In this week's CS2 news, a major team have been knocked out early at the IEM Krakow 2026. An underdog team has pulled off one of the most unlikely CS2 tournament runs we've seen this year, and Valve have quietly posted a minor CS2 update alongside some interesting competitive roadmap signals. All of that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SkinsLuck channel, folks. Zepcast here, and if you're wondering, hey Zep, what's with the hat? Got one word for you. Actually, no, one sentence for you. Very, very bad hair day. I just decided I can't subject you guys to it, so I whacked on a hat, and here we are. Please don't judge me. But folks, we've got some fantastic news here for you today. It's a news week where there's not too much going on, so we're going bringing it to you in a little bit more of an unstructured manner here. Again, we are going to get straight to it. We're not going to be like, you know, dancing around points, but it's just not going to be as sleek as it normally is because, well, the stories are quite small, you know, not much has gone on this week, so we're just bringing it to you a little bit more on the low-key side. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do like what you see here today, please do make sure to subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment letting us know what your favorite story was, or if there's a story that we missed from this week. And also make sure to go check out our live streams as well over on other platforms. Again, the big live streaming platforms, SkinsLuck, you know where they are. Just type in SkinsLuck, you will find them. But folks, we are going to get straight into story one here today, which is that B8 has been eliminated from IEM Krakow 2026. So this is where we're starting according to eGamers World. And by the way, as you're seeing on your screen here, make sure to go and show love and support to each and every article that we are showing here today. Again, we wouldn't be able to make these news videos as well without these articles having reported on them already. They make our lives a lot easier over here. But according to them, B8 have been eliminated from the tournament after a defeat that ends their run earlier than many expected. B8 fell in a crucial series that saw them outmatched in mid-round decision-making and late-round conversions, areas where top LAN teams tend to punish mistakes heavily. Now, this is a tough result for B8, especially considering their expectations around the roster going into 2026. The team showed promise in earlier stages, but Krakow proved to be a step too far. Look, this is one of those moments where the difference between a tier 1.5 and a tier 1 team becomes obvious. Online form doesn't always translate to LAN, especially against teams with deeper playoff experience. And I mean, literally as of yesterday, we saw that in the Call of Duty, right? Major one has just taken place in CDL. Riyadh Falcons have been doing really well online this year. Their statistics show they're a new team on the block with sort of a power all-star roster versus Optic Texas. That's who they played, a team that is, again, very, very just, you know, it's Optic. They've played together a lot. They win their tournaments. They're the best team out there. The stats online weren't as good for them this season, but when it came up to playing on LAN, Riyadh Falcons, they couldn't compete because at the end of the day, Optic just have that LAN, that playoff pressure, you know, experience. They know how to deal with it. Riyadh weren't prepared for it, and Optic made short work of them. So, you know, that in-person experience as a team does count for a lot. But look, for B8, this takeaway isn't panic, it's refinement. That's what you're going to be taking from this. They're clearly competitive, but these events are the ones that expose what still needs work, and you've got plenty of time to improve on what you've been doing throughout the course of the season. So, you know, 2026, we're only just 1 month in. You got plenty of time. And we go on to the second story here today, folks, is PowerVision's incredible Blast Bounty run. So, one of the most surprising CS2 stories of the year so far. It's not been a very long year, has it? According to esports.net, PowerVision have pulled off an incredible run at the Blast Bounty event, despite being considered long shot contenders. PowerVision entered the tournament with little expectation, facing established names throughout the bracket and consistently upsetting teams that were ranked far above them. Their success was built on disciplined defaults, strong trading, and a clear understanding of their own limitations, rarely overextending and capitalizing when opponents made mistakes. This is exactly why CS2 is still exciting. The mechanical gap between teams has narrowed, so preparation and composure matter more than ever. Blast Bounty format also rewards teams that adapt quickly, and PowerVision just did that. Runs like this don't always mean instant tier 1 promotion, but they do put a team firmly on the radar of organizers, sponsors, and analysts. Expect to see PowerVision invited to more events off the back of this performance, and hey, well done to them. And then on the last story here today, which is one we've kind of taken from our website, it's given us a bunch of other stories. We're going to talk about a quieter update, but one that still gives us a useful insight. According to players.com.ua, Valve have rolled out a minor CS2 update alongside broader esports roadmap information. Whilst the update itself didn't introduce major gameplay changes, it included stability fixes and background improvements, that kind that rarely get headlines but matter long term. While the update itself didn't introduce major gameplay changes, it included stability fixes and background improvements, the kind that rarely get headlines but matter long term. More interestingly, the article places this update within a wider competitive context, highlighting how CS2 fits into Valve's broader esports planning going forward. These smaller updates are often overlooked, but they are usually signs of groundwork being laid, and Valve tends to fix infrastructure quietly before rolling out more visible changes. Again, in my opinion, the right way to do it. For competitive players, consistency matters more than flashy updates. Fewer crashes, better server performance, and smoother match flow all directly impact high-level play. And I will say this till the cow comes home: when it comes to competitive gaming, within any esport, I value stability over the bells and whistles any day of the week. And again, from the Call of Duty perspective, I have seen that been ignored at times for the flashy new toy of updated graphics, modern engine, and then that engine tanks performance. It's brutal. But it's also worth noting that Valve appears comfortable letting the competitive ecosystem evolve naturally, rather than forcing drastic changes mid-season. They've been at this a long time, so they're comfortable with letting the community decide and dictate where they go next. And that is your CS2 news update, folks. A tough LAN exit for B8, an incredible underdog run from PowerVision, and a quiet update that still hints at where competitive Counter-Strike 2 is heading. Which story stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, and also subscribe if you want to see more. I've been Zep. Thank you for watching.